Aries, welcome to your reading for the month of February. So I'm going to do a Celtic crossbred reading with the Rider-Waite Tarot. Clarify using the Kipper deck. Just know when this deck comes out, the readings are tending, well, they usually do anyway, but so the Kipper deck, things can get wonky on that deck. Just, you know, you enter at your own risk on that one. And then I'm going to answer a question that you have at the end of the reading with this deck, which is the Angel Answers Oracle. So you can either like think of a question now or watch the reading, the tarot reading, and form, you know, whatever question you have based upon, you know, that reading. You can always ask it at the end and see what the cards tell you. So just so you know, I have chickens. They walk around and do their little calls, so you will there's a good possibility you might hear them. There is also a hawk in my yard, so I've lost quite a few chickens to the hawk. So I have been on like watch duty. So if my chickens start, which they make a pretty loud like honking noise, then I will have to pause your video, go assess the situation, and then return. So if I do, there will be a part 2. Please make sure to come back. Well, I will actually post them at the same time, so it's not like you know, you have to wait for part 2. They will be together and available, so just make sure, you know, to check out part 2 if there is. I'm hoping that there's not, because this hawk's really getting on my nerves. I've shot at it once. Lord, I probably should not have said that on camera. But anyways, here we are. I don't want to do anything like that, but, you know, I've already decreed and declared that it's not welcome in my yard and all that good stuff. 2:22 on the clock as I said that. But anyways, and you know, my dog is even like, Axel, he's over at the windows like watching and scoping. So alright, that's just one of those carnivore, whatever you, what's that thing, a candor? It's like a vulture. I have one of those flying around right now too. So anyways, my chickens are pretty much like, you know, under the porch, under my building out here, you know. So anyways, but if they do make the call, just know there is a possibility there could be a disruption. My fingers are crossed that there's not, and we'll be okay. So let's see. Wow, Aries. Now keep in mind that you are seeing this in the reverse, because you're on the other side of the table from me. So alright, so at any given point in time, Aries, take a deep breath and just blow and let that shit out for a second. Okay, take a deep breath. There are messages, goals that you are being challenged with right now. You may not be able to see where it's going just yet. There's something that you are focused on from the past. There's something in the past you can't let go of just yet. So just know, this is almost like one of those readings where it's like, until you let go of the past, you're not going to, you know, see. And then, you know, I want to say, you know, you can't possibly see a good future or the right future or whatever, or what's right in front of you. But as I say that, you know, spiritual me and different perspective me, higher self me, wants to kick in and say that a lot of times The reason why you haven't let go of something in the past is because you haven't had closure. You know, it's not finished just yet. There's still something there that needs work. There is something here still that needs work, because we have these two. But you could be challenged at this moment with just either the timing or the funds. Something in the past became very clear to you. Now, usually, you could have had some confusion, but I'll tell you the thing that I like about this one here being in the reverse, this Seven of Cups energy. You know, this is lining up to the end of January, beginning of February. This is actually something that I could be picking up on, you know, right now as you're watching this. So it's like you at one point had a lot of options appear, possibly even out of nowhere. Okay, it was like boom, boom, boom. Here they are. Which way do you go? Okay. A lot of times this card speaks of, you know, being confused because there's so much coming at once. But the thing that you either felt like, hold on now, let's get real for just a second. You either felt like you had a lack of choices. You could have felt like you had, even though you had a lot of choices, they were not necessarily the choices that you wanted. This card right here is a whole paradigm in itself. So anyways, because I mean, upright, you know, it's got every, like, this is why they say you've got to be careful about, you know, Seven of Cups upright, because each one of these cups is like filled with something that's like everything you wanted plus more. But with each choice, you know, there is a consequence. So you got to make wise choices. But when it's in reverse, it's almost like the choices may not, I mean, they're the choices that you want, but they're not in the way that you wanted or something. It's like, and I feel like that's why there is this stagnation or this feel of being able to let go of something from the past just yet. There could be, there is a sense of feeling trapped, or has been or was, because of this situation. I do feel that in the month of February, you are going to either, I don't know yet without clarifying, but there can be some frustration here, or this is the month for you that you're finally in February. There's going to be some changes made or something, because like in the middle of February, the things that once kept you awake at night, the ones that kept you stressed out, I mean, if you think about the times when either you yourself or you've seen in movies, when people don't get good sleep or they don't sleep at all, you know, there's plenty of moons that we have restless nights and we can't sleep. It does something to you during the waking time. Boy, it can make you irritated, aggravated. You don't think straight. You know, they even say if you go like a certain amount of times without shutting down your brain, that you can hallucinate. So, I mean, anyways. There is a breaking free from whatever that is. There's something around Valentine's Day or the middle of the month, whichever. Like, this to me is not seeing, I don't see anything here with love. But then again, I don't know. This is a lot of money, like investments and thoughts about said investments. You've got investments, like, and when I say investments, I mean like whatever you put your tried and true into, like whatever you invest your good time in, whether that's your goals for your career, if this is a relationship, if this is your job over here, or this is your side hustle, or, you know, your lover, partner, whatever. Although I'm saying I don't really see love here in any of these cards. So I would say the middle of the month, thankfully this Knight of Swords is in reverse, because now you're starting to gain clarity. Now look, this card here also has a connotation of making a bad choice and or a decision. They do say be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Now there's something here in the timing of this thing. This could be communication with someone or something like a, I mean, let's just say if you're over here, if you don't have a relationship, this is your business setup, okay? Like phone calls, needing to talk to certain people about certain things. There could be delays, or you're not getting anywhere with that just yet. It's almost like, and this, I'm just speaking like hypothetical or hypothetically here, okay? So plug this in. It's like, well, I mean, I could apply my situation to this. So for me, I'm going to gear this section here around olive oil, okay? Whatever I reference to when I say olive oil, you plug in your scenario, okay? So, in the past, I know I needed olive oil. I had a bunch of options in the past. So, I was hitting up every option. I need olive oil, or no, I'm sorry, hold on. I take that back. I was hyper focused on just one option. I only saw one thing. And then it was like, you know, I waited around for that thing. That thing, you know, took like 2 or 3 weeks of my waiting time for it before it finally came back up again. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to have to wait again. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, what's my timing looking like? Because I've got, you know, a deadline for something I've got to meet here. So, this might have caused you anxiety in the past. You might have felt like you didn't have any options, that this was your only option, and you only had one way out. But that is starting to break, because there is delays in the timing around whatever this olive oil is, okay, for you. You could have made a bad choice. So in my case with olive oil, I was like, well, I'll sit here and wait. And then it's like, okay, my deadline's creeping up. I got to seek out a different option. Here comes an option. All right, I'll seek that one out. But then that one's got some kind of jacked up scenario with it as well. And here I am having to wait on that one too. And now here it is at this point in time where I'm like, you know what? I am getting frustrated by the timing here, because I have been, I started looking at this in December, and now we're going into February. So now I'm starting to get, you know, frustrated, because I've wasted too much time sitting around waiting on this olive oil. So now it's like, okay, I maybe during this time period was like, you know what? Why am I looking to other people for this when I can get this myself? I need to figure out a way to get this myself and not rely on these people over here for olive oil. So, what are my bulk suppliers? So now, you know, here's this next option. So it's like, you know, me getting something like from a Sam's Club or something, okay? Anyways, hopefully you can see where I'm going with this. So in the, you know, the beginning of the month, you might have, even coming out of January, several options. They may not be the way you want them or how you wanted them. It could have been something that has really caused you to learn patience. And I'm going to tell you, boy, whoo, patience is a divine teacher and a divine orchestrator, okay? I know patience is from the divine. Have you ever had to experience patience before? Lord, I feel like that's one of my virtues that I have to work on. Patience, boy. You know, they say The sins are deadly. The sins are deadly, but boy, those virtues, thank God they're heaven sent. Because I'm trying to tell you, patience will whoop your ass. I know it's whooped my ass. Several times patience has whooped my ass. Anyway, moving on. So you might have had to learn patience during this time period, which can, in fact, cause frustration and aggravation and agitation. But, it's almost like, I don't know if like all these decisions kind of like, and because for me, it just kind of like took me around a horse's or a donkey's ass. That's what my grandma used to say. You know, I had to go around the donkey's ass to get to the tail or some shit, whatever that saying was. You might have had to do that over here in this scenario. But I will say, the thing that's had to make you go around the donkey's ass to get to the tail, or the donkey's tail to get to the ass, whatever that scenario is, it has caused you to find relief, especially if you have been mentally exhausted. Then there's a break in this energy. Something that once tied you down no longer has you tied down. This is like you're going to be gaining clarity, learning to cope, and letting go of anxiety and being optimistic. So some way, shape, or form, either this going around the tail's ass, where, you know, you might have walked down the beaten path somewhere to led you to someone or something. So now that you have found that, there's solace to be found here. There's a break in the energy. Now this break here may not come about until, like, this is the middle of the month here, the middle of February. So just know at the beginning you might have to go around the donkey's ass, but, you know, go around the donkey's ass because it's completely up to you how you go around, okay? But anyways, this is what's in store. Now the thing, when you get to the end of the month over here, we've got this 8 of Swords in reverse. So you have like a progression. You've got the 9, the 8, and then the 6 down here. So you have a 7 over here. You have a lot of movement. It's almost like, you know, it's a process. But whatever you're going through, just know that by the end of February, I feel like there's going to be a clearing, a letting go. You might want to, around the middle of February, take like a detox bath or a salt bath or something. Yeah, so a detox bath is like Epsom salt, sea salt, and I put baking soda in mine because it neutralizes the water, the acidity, and I think the chemicals in the water. Anyways, okay, so you could find solace some way, shape, or form through like spiritual stuff or groups or just like within yourself. Because, I mean, if you're having to go within and find things yourself and figure this out for yourself, then, you know, that breakthrough, that release comes from within. So by the end of the month, you're really able to, whatever corner you feel like you felt like you had yourself walled into, like you're able to step out of that corner. This is like being productive, finding a way out, taking control, freedom. Like you're able to, whatever prison or jail cell or corner or wall you feel like this situation has had you like wrapped in, it finally stops, breaks open, and lets you go. So it almost seems like there was something over here in the past that kind of had you stuck to that, and maybe you weren't really able to let go of it at one point. But I'll tell you that I'm gonna have to clarify this one to see why you're not letting go, because something, some way, shape, or form, there is not letting go. I say that, and then there's the 8 of Cups reversed up here at the top of the deck. So we have the Devil in reverse, thankfully. Okay, thankfully, devil in reverse. So, you or whatever this goal here is, this thing you've been after, okay? For me, that'd be the olive oil. So, whatever your olive oil is, this thing you've been working on here, because of this trajectory right here, the things that once held you down and held you back, those things are starting to, like the chain, some way, shape, or form broke. I don't know what broke the chain. You know how they say the straw that breaks the camel's back? I don't know what that straw was, but I'll tell you, it looks like it was broke somewhere over here. So, you know, there's finding freedom for you this month, being free. There's also, you're not trying to control the situation or manipulate it. You're kind of just like, you are either allowing your life to just, you know, not take control anymore and just let life flow and see where it takes you for a minute. So it's like that means you're open and embracing, you know, the stuff that comes your way. Or if this was like a breakup, then it's like, you know, those karmic chains or those karmic ties have finally been broken. In your environment, there's still a lot to take on in your environment, like the things that are going on around you. You may feel like you still have a lot of work to do, and you might still be doing a lot of work, but at least if you are over here having to, you know, this is like, both of these cards here are kind of like, you know, taking like finding a way out. You found the way out. You see the way out. So it's like now you're like taking on the task and the responsibilities and the duties to get yourself out of this situation and or scenario. Or if you are dealing with someone else, because if you're a female watching this, and this is about a relationship, then this masculine that you've been dealing with has somewhat been very much in his head, not really wanting to let go and looking back at the past, and almost like what didn't work out in the past, maybe they can't let go of, or could at one point in time let go of something that happened in the past. That kept you in an anxious bubble, because like you couldn't see a way out, just because this guy over here couldn't see a way out. Like he was stuck on something that happened in the past, it seems like. But whatever it is, he is getting out of that. And whenever he gets out of that mentality, which is probably going to be around the middle of the month, then it's like that creates a catalyst and a change for you to finally see a way out at the end of the month. So it's like you finally find this ending, this breakthrough, this letting go, and then it's almost like, you know, he's over here taking on the responsibilities and the duties. It is a lot. Thankfully, you know, it's the 10 of Wands. So whether this is you or him in this scenario, it would be the him in the scenario if, you know, you're actually dealing with a man or a guy, okay? So if you're not dealing in this with a guy, and this is, I mean, I guess this could even be a boss. It's a man. If you're not dealing with a man, then this is just the scenario or the situation. So it would be the olive oil. So plug in whatever your olive oil is into this scenario. But the other side is taking on the responsibility of getting the work done. They might even be overextending, feeling burdened, like they're having a lot of hard work, but they are taking responsibility. They might be struggling too, but at least they are taking responsibility. And this is a 10, so it can't get, I mean, February would be the month that it would get, I would say, the worst or the heaviest for this person, whoever's having to do this. But it is too, it's a 10, so, you know, it is and will end in February. It will come to a completion at some point in time. Now, there is a fear about something not moving through here. A change of look in this scenario. You might feel like in this scenario with this olive oil, you have just been through the ringer, or you may feel like you've been stuck to it and things aren't going to change. But I'm telling you, whatever the heck the situation is, someone still, because this is our outcome, somebody still cannot walk away. So whoever this is, I don't know who we're dealing with here. It's either you or a said person. But something has, again, someone stuck. So I will say, if you're over here asking about a guy, or if you're a guy and you're asking about a girl, then just know that this energy right here is not wanting to leave this month. Whoever this is in this scenario, whichever one breaks the tie, you know, like the tie's been broken, okay, this person, even if they go away or go their own route, they're going to be scared to walk away and move on. They're going to be stagnant, and they're going to feel it, and there's a lot of it right here. So it's just going to add even more to the feeling of that. You know, this is someone not really being mature, having lack of maturity. They're faking being happy. They're scared to move on, not really wanting to move on. But they're at the bottom of the deck. We've got a huge painful ending here. There's a female in this dynamic who is a little disgruntled. You know, she's mature though. The female in this scenario is mature. So now we've got, looking at the bottom of the deck, now we've got 310. So there's some type of completion, ending, manifestation here. So something happened, I would say, in your married life or with a significant other that you thought, okay, this is the happiest we can get. But then too, there was something very painful that happened within that dynamic, that scenario. Like somebody got stabbed in the back, some way, shape, or form. It almost seems like maybe this feminine got stabbed in the back, because she's over here sitting with her feelings like, this is what I got. And, you know, this Queen of Cups in the Rider-Waite, to me, always looks disgruntled. She always looks disgruntled. Anyways, so, this masculine over here, though, is like, he might be drinking, very immature. I mean, is he going out somewhere? Because this is like sending messages. You know, the Knight of Cups, I used to love the Knight of Cups, the card. And I guess the older I've gotten and the more I've worked with these tarot cards, he has now become my least favorite, one of my least favorite characters, okay? Because I feel like this is the masculine in your reading. Like, this Knight of Cups, like, for him, he's decked out, he's got his shit together, he's drinking, okay? He's on his horse, and he's going somewhere. So, he's out here offering anybody and everybody. I did come up with the saying around men, but I'm really gonna keep that one to myself. I shouldn't tell everything. There's some things I shouldn't say to other people. Anyway, so you know, if there's an ending this month with someone, for the female, you might be sitting on your porch, sitting at home by the fire, enjoying yourself, and he could be out here going out with his friends drinking and looking. But anyways, okay, so what is this Knight of Pentacles here in reverse? What is this Knight of Pentacles here in reverse have to do with? Okay, so somebody was in despair or something about a breakup, that something went down, I would say, in the past 3 to 6 months over here. What does this Seven of Cups have to do with? What is this option or choice over here? Yes, so some masculine made a bad choice or decision in the past. It looks like he had a lot of money. He could have made promises to do something, and then did he get sick? And then maybe because he got sick or somebody got sick, he also could have lost his job. But I don't know, something. It almost seems like there was a bad or a wrong choice or something made in the past. Anyways, what is this Nine of Swords here? What is who or why? Who or why? Alright, so this card came out when I was over here talking about this bad decision, bad choice. So, maybe there could have been a break with something, well, something that keeps you, so it looks like something's going to keep you away from home, some way, shape, or form, okay, in the middle of the month. You might not be home. You might be out doing something. And it's like, I don't know if you've got your kids or you're just out, like your inner child wants to go out and play, so you go out and play. And then this masculine over here is concerned about you being out, so he messages you. And it almost like it catapults your something, elevates it some way, shape, or form. What the hell? Okay. What is this Eight of Swords in reverse? What's being seen or what's coming out or being released? So somebody's elevating or moving on. Well, it almost seems like somebody lied about something, but it's like someone got sick. You might have thought at some point in time, did someone in this scenario make out like they couldn't do something or couldn't go through with something because they were sick or not feeling well? And it seems like it might put a strain on you financially, but also too, it's like you coming out of this Eight of Swords energy kind of like catapults your ass into something better. What is this Devil card here? So messages coming in. This guy's thinking about you still while you're working. He's out here thinking, obsessively thinking over you in this scenario, whatever it is. Okay. Look, there's that bad health card again. So, good God. There's a lot of men right here. Okay, so it almost seems like you could, if this is someone you've had a breakup with already, that you've, let's say y'all broke up in December or like the beginning of January, okay? This is something that's happened in the past 3 to 6 months. Now, this is either your boyfriend or a lover. But I will tell you, I will say that this man right here was like your main focus and attention. You may not have had your eye on anyone else. This was your main focus. This was a male that was mature for his age, had money, had his shit together. But something happened where he was playing, he could have been playing the field some way, shape, or form. Maybe you guys talked about marriage, but he was just like, I don't know if I can marry you. But then too, did he also was he stuck to something else? I don't know. Okay, I can't keep going. I'll be in this shit all day.
All right, let me move around here. What does this Ten of Wands have to do with? I'm trying to tell you, when these Kipper cards come out, boy, I feel like I'm just going to say it. I feel like I'm on fucking LSD when these daggone Kipper cards come out. I mean, these Kipper cards take my brain somewhere, okay? All right, so now we've got this wealthy man card coming out again because it was at the bottom of the deck. Remember earlier when I said he had a lot of money? So, he might wear, does he wear a uniform to work? Is that what his job is? So, now look, because make sure the female watching this, okay, please try, well, I mean, you can be however you want to be, but this reminds me of like your bitch face being on fleek. Isn't that what they use? Like fleek is what they used to say. I don't think they say that anymore. But anyways, it's like your and I know I got a good resting bitch face, so I know if I got one, someone else does. All right, so you may have on your resting bitch face when it comes to this masculine, okay, over here. You might also too be over here having to, because if they were helping with money and now they're not helping with money, then you're out here having to rely on yourself to get your bills paid and looked after. But you also need to play your cards right, because this masculine, when he comes around, he's going to be playing his cards right as well. So just know that he could have his own agenda, and you just need to, here it is, okay? You see how she's over here covering her, he's got a mask on, he's incognito, and she's somewhat incognito, but she's aware. She knows he's over there. She's got her eye on him, but she's working her way, and he's working his way. So you're going to have to play your cards right when it comes to this masculine. What is this Eight of Cups in reverse over here? What is this Eight of Cups in reverse over here? You emotionally might be coming to terms with your work ethic. There's something you can't walk away from, and it might be whatever you're having to toil and labor over. And I said, what is it that you can't walk away from? And it's this mature man. So I'm telling you, something happened with this man about 3 to 6 months ago that maybe he was stuck to something and he couldn't help you then, but here he is now. And it's like when he comes back or shows up or whatever, it's like he's gonna be dressed to the nines. We got this Nine of Cups card and this official person card. He might even be offering you gifts. So you just need to know and remember to play your cards right on that situation and or scenario. So form your question. What question do you have? And then I'm going to answer it. That really took a little bit longer than what I anticipated or wanted. Alright, Angel Answers. What information do you have for Aries' question at this time? Also, when I was shuffling the Rider-Waite Tarot cards at the beginning, that Five of Pentacles card flipped out. So, I mean, that could be someone you've been out in the cold from, you had a breakup with. But I would say you're not done with them if either you haven't been talking to them or maybe you have been talking to them slowly but surely. Anyways. Okay, so there is a need to reconsider something here. And I do think that it is about your romance life. Okay, so there's something you need to reconsider here. You may even need to, you might need to start talking to your angels about it, okay? Or you already are. You're asking for like divine or heavenly guidance or something around this situation. So within the next few weeks, something's going to happen for you. You may need to ask for help from others on how to handle this situation, or, you know, consult with either your higher ups or just friends or family about their opinion. And just know that there's something better. There is something better on the horizon for you. Pay attention to the middle to end of February, because if this masculine, if this is what you're asking, and he comes in and, you know, and at the end of February and gives you an offer of some sort, you just need to make sure that know that there is more that can be done, okay? Or there's just a different route because there's a better option or a better way. You need to be assertive. There's going to be a lot of people around you helping. So, you know, when it says ask for help from others, know that there are going to be helpful people around you, but you also too need to ask for the help or assistance. Talk to them about it. Listen to your intuition, because I feel like your angels are going to be really communicating with you through that. This is really going to, whatever this is that you need to reconsider here, there will be a recovery from whatever, you know, you will recover. So it's like, if you lost money, you will recover money. If you, if this is a relationship that went bad, then you can recover this relationship. On the bottom of the deck, we have yes, in the near future, improving health, and a year from now. So, yes, this can happen. It may take a year, though, before you start seeing a huge change or a huge benefit. If this is like a proposal of something to date, like, you know, whatever stage it's like, there's an offer on the table this month for whatever stage. It may take a year for it to get to the next stage. So that's all I have for you, Aries. I'm sorry, I was trying to keep this video to like 35 minutes, but anyways, this is fine. So if you like my reading, this reading, and my style, then subscribe to my channel, like the video. If you like oracle readings, I do a ton of oracle readings. I do one or two every week. They're on my Facebook page. So that's like the Urban Woman. I do know that my profile picture for YouTube is also the same for my Facebook page. So, you know, you can follow me over there, like my videos over there. I do new moon readings and then full moon readings. Anyways, it's also a little bit more spiritual over there, okay? So, if this is where I leave you, Aries, then I'll see you again here next month. Take care and namaste.